Namaskar. Welcome to Ahara Arogya Adhyatma, the light of Samskara. Today we have Sri Pawan Srivatsa, who's a psychiatrist and also an Adhyatma Jivi. He is the founder of Chakshu Foundation and he's the president of that. And he is a great philanthropist doing great free service, especially during Corona. He has treated more than 3,000 people free of cost. And he has given valuable advice to many people and brought them back to the smiling face. And he said that he himself has brought down his anger to great extent. And let us learn from him what is this anger and how to control it and what are the ill effects. Please, Srivatsa.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you. The first thing is like how happiness, sadness, and fear are basic emotions. Anger is another basic emotion on which human beings generally function. They experience it from time to time, but the intensity of it varies. But here we have to understand about why we feel anger and what are the components that make us feel angry. The first thing is lack of acceptance will lead us to sadness, which further leads us to get angry because of this I factor. I am feeling sad. I am not supposed to feel sad. Over concern and fear of being judged for being sad will make us express our sadness in anger. This is the first thing. The second thing is the frustration or the aggression which we carry within ourselves because of lack of assertiveness. Let us say I have not understood something that my maths teacher has taught me. I said, yes, I have understood. But inside, I'm boiling, frustrated, which then comes out not towards the teacher, but towards the subject, or while doing the examination, while doing the homework or writing the classwork. We have to understand as to why we are feeling angry. From where is this anger coming from? Is it because of the internal conflicts we have, or is it because of the lack of acceptance about what is happening around us? Is that the reason behind why I am feeling angry? Or is it because of my morale, which is making me feel more angry? We have to understand. We have to put them in categories. At times, it is more towards I am made to feel angry at some place and I'm not allowed to express it. But I come to a place where there is someone who I perceive to be weaker than me. So I project it on that person. These are different ways in which the energy is, it can neither be created nor be destroyed. It will be converted from one form to the other. May it be from one person to the other person, or
But I feel that whenever you get angry, your energy is wasted. So I always feel, when somebody is making critical comments, if you react, your energy is wasted. Instead of that, you just shut off and then concentrate on your work. Your efficiency increases. So that is the reason we should not get angry. So are there types of anger which is sattvic anger or tamase anger or rajas anger? What are the types and how much anger is enough and how much anger is not good? Because Sri Krishna Paramatma himself says, the anger is the door to the hell. So all the people who get angry, they are punished because their BP rises, their heart rate rises, and then heart pumping comes down. And then when the BP shoots up, then there is a cerebrovascular accident and the paralysis occurs. And when they come to you, and they would have lost the speech. And if you ask, were you scolding your wife? They say yes. Were you beating your wife? He says yes. Were you kicking your wife? He is not able to walk. So ultimately, his life is hell, and then he has to be taken care of by the same wife whom he had scolded. So tell us, what is this anger,
When it comes to sattvic anger, we can see to be with something to avoid. We let's say there is a child which is going to put the finger inside a plug hole, and the mother shouts out of anger, but it is to save the child. The mother is getting angry.
It is concern for the child, not the anger.
Concern.
Okay.
It is coming
so that is a sattvic.
Yes, that is sattvic. When it comes to rajasic anger, it is more like I, me, my words have to be followed. If not, my way or the highway,
Yeah.
which leads to dictatorship kind of anger.
Yes.
If you don't follow what I say, you'll be punished. You'll be given a shouting. You'll be given a beating.
So
These
Trump
kind of-
method, that a Trump technique,
Yes,
increasing
very
the
true, very
tariffs,
true.
either you listen to me or I'll increase the tariff. Okay. Okay.
We are making fun of him, Papa. Let him go do whatever he wants. We are
Okay.
having our own
The next,
Make in India.
Thomas anger. Okay.
Tamasic anger is more like I want to make people fear me.
Yes.
I want people to suffer. More like Hitler.
Like a Rakshasa Pravrutti, like a
Rakshasa Pravritti.
terrorist
Yes.
doing that.
Terrorist
So
kind of
trouble
action.
and terrorize the people and harass them, and that anger. Okay.
True anger. Here there is one thing, by inducing fear and by showing anger. By inducing fear is by shooting people or by doing terror attacks. By making fear, making people go more, by showing anger is by showing them the gun and giving that scary face. If you are not getting angry, then they're showing it more. They become more aggressive towards you.
Okay. Yeah.
They want to do something. They want to get something from you as a benefit. And
Yeah.
so when you are not giving that benefit to them, they'll start showing that anger at you.
Yeah. And
Kidnap
I think
her.
this sort of aggressive attitude, that leads to heart attacks, especially type A personalities who are always saying I, and they want to keep themselves ahead of others and throwing their weight around in the office. And they are the people who get more heart attacks, and also the heart failures are also more common. And especially in 1993 in Japan, they came to know those who had lots of temper and frustration, agitation, and aggressiveness and depression, they all, they got admitted with the severe chest pain, and the heart pumping was hardly 10%, 15%. The coronaries were normal, everything was normal, but the heart was not pumping. Then they came to know that when they are frustrated, negative emotions are there, especially the anger, the 400 times more catecholamines and cortisols are released, and they cause the spasm of the coronary arteries, and the heart goes into dilatation and pumping comes down. They called it a Takotsubo syndrome. And they made those patients do the Mahesh Yogi's transcendental meditation. Within 72 hours, heart pumping came back to normal. That means the negative emotions, they destroy your heart, and the positive energy, especially when you meditate, that endorphins and neuropeptides, they make your heart better. So now it is known that heart is, it reacts to the emotions of the person. If you have positive attitude and the positive thinking and smiling and laughing, like you laugh at my silly jokes also, that is also, getting a good emotion. And that is the feel good, happy hormones are released. And that's how, the heart can be kept healthy by the positive attitude. So we must change our aggressive attitude to the progressive attitude, and we must change our hate type of attitude towards the love type. And that is how, we can be much better off. So how do you control this anger?
I would say it is not good to control anger. It is more, when you say controlling anger, it is like a pressure inside a pressure cooker, which is not let relieve. It is going to create a havoc. Learn how to express emotions in a proper way.
In a proper
Maybe
way.
anger, sadness, or any other emotion for that matter. But there are two things that I want to say here. When it comes to anger, my mother has taught me this technique, right? Anger has to be experienced like how you draw a line, straight line on the surface of water. It comes and it goes, like
it just
it
comes
never
and it
existed.
doesn't, that line doesn't
Vanishes.
remain at all. Yeah.
Yes, it vanishes into thin air. Like that, if we express it in a proper way, in a healthy way, it will be good. Coming back, There is
So
another
that means,
Chinese
that
film.
there is a lamp, you go there and just warm your hand and that is it.
Ah,
But not burn your hand. If you
exactly,
burn,
exactly.
and if you keep that anger within you, it is like carrying the coal or burning coal in your
Charcoal
hand.
in your hand,
So
yeah,
that's why don't keep the anger for a longer time. Just few
yes,
seconds and express and come back to normal self and then say sorry
exactly.
for it. Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah, yeah, yeah. We have to say sorry to ourselves for it
Yeah,
because we
yeah,
are the ones who
yeah.
experience the anger. No?
Correct, correct, correct.
Our body will be facing the consequences of it. Like how you said, someone was shouting too loud or using slang languages or bad languages.
Mm.
Uh, when leprosy happens, their face will go somewhere. They'll start speaking in a different way. Their hand will go like this stiff.
Yeah.
They'll not be able to move it. So the second thing is coming back. The Chinese philosopher says anger is like when you are showing anger towards someone. You please remember this. He says, it's like you consuming poison and
Poison.
expecting someone else to die. It is not going to
That
happen.
is
It's
not
going to kill
possible.
you.
Yeah.
It's going to kill you. So
Yeah.
beware. When you are getting into that emotion, the energy field changes from being calm to going from being cold to becoming warm and then hot. Hot is say
Yeah.
anger.
Yeah.
Let us fill that water bottle. Like this is one technique I use to my clients who have this anger issues. Like when you keep a water bottle in your hand. When your temper is increasing, you make sure that you are pouring water into it until like how your temper increases, the water level also has to increase. So
Ah.
at least you know, and people around you knows as well that your temper is increasing. You
Okay.
have to calm yourself down by pouring it out, or you have to warn other people that you are getting angry. Make sure that you are stopping whatever you are doing.
Okay. Okay. When you
So
said, how you have to
yes,
change your way of expression, and I
yes,
remember a story that I learned as a child. A sadhu
uh-huh.
was going, and then he see that the cobra was biting everyone, and the whole village was panicky, and they were running away, and they were so scared. Then Sadhu, he preaches like how you are preaching me. He preaches, no, my child, don't do this. If you bite unnecessarily, they'll get the poison and they'll die. Why do you want to kill? Don't express your anger like that. So be calm and no, don't do this. So after sometimes when he comes back, he says that almost the snake is dying and it is lying down in one place, throwing stones and beating with the stick. And then he asked, why are you like this? You were so ferocious. What happened to you? He said, you only told not to get angry, not to bite, and that's why I stopped. Look, I told you not to bite, but I did not say don't hiss. If you had to hiss, they would have been afraid and run away. So your anger must be like hissing, but not biting. It
Waiting.
should not harm someone
Yes,
else. And at the same time,
yes,
you get the work done from them. So, this is the lesson that people
yes,
should learn, whether it is for parenting or teachers or in the workplace or anywhere. People think that they can't get the work. It should be there, like your mother told. For that fraction of a second, and then come back and pat them. And that is the way
yeah,
to do it, I
yeah,
suppose.
yeah.
So, yeah.
There's another philosophy that uh, we psychologists use, when it comes to the way we handle our emotions, especially what we call as negative emotions. It is because of lack of acceptance. And what Vedavyasa has told, it's like there is no in the past or is happening at this moment, which shouldn't have happened.
Okay.
Everything
Yeah.
happens for
It's
a reason.
determined.
If you
Yeah.
don't
Yeah.
know the reason, you will either feel angry
Mm.
or sad or fearful. Or the next topic, which we will be talking about, disgust. If
Okay.
you don't have the ability to accept, you will
Mm.
feel disgust, you will feel angry. And
Okay.
you told about one more thing, ma'am, when it is depression, right? Sigmund
Mm.
Freud, psychiatrist, the founder of psychoanalysis, he says a simple definition of depression, which is anger directed towards oneself. I'm angry at myself, I'm
Okay.
depressed.
Okay, so in other words, you are telling
Yeah.
the irritability leads to anger, anger leads to committing lots of blunders and harming others. So instead
then
of that,
helps.
harming yourself also is bad. And that is
Yes.
the reason Akka Mahadevi says, ಲೋಕದೊಳಗೆ ಸ್ತುತಿ ನಿಂದೆಗಳು ಬಂದರೆ ಕೋಪ ತಾಳದೆ ಸಮಾಧಾನಿಯಾಗಿರ್ಬೇಕು. You get the criticism, you get praises, take them equally and be very calm and quiet and happy. And if your anger goes, your mind is very happy, your family is happy, the whole atmosphere, society, and the world also will be happy without any wars. So thank you
Yes.
very much, Pawan. Thanks
My
for
pleasure.
discussing
Thank
a
you.
very important topic. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Thanks.